Oh my God, your poor dad.
You know what?
Lulu.
Have you seen the Spice Girls documentary?
No.
Okay, me either,
Spice
but
World?
I saw a clip of it on TikTok.
I did
and
too. Was it talking about Jerry leaving?
Yes.
That
I
was-
had no idea. Whenever she was being interviewed and she said, honestly, it seemed like the wheels were turning and they would just turn without me.
No.
And Mel B, which one's
Mel C is
scary?
Mel
No.
B is scary.
Mel B, so Mel B was like, it wouldn't work without either one of us. Like,
Yeah.
every single one of us brought something to the table.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why she felt that way. And then when Baby was like, and then our third album or whatever, when it was without Jerry, and they were like, goodbye to you. I was like,
I know you're gone, you think you're coming, I can still feel you here.
it just made me so sad that for whatever reason, Jerry just felt like,
Why did she feel redundant though? I don't understand. Like they were all so different. That's why we liked the Spice Girls.
exactly. They were all so different. And it was very noticeable when one of them wasn't there.
Yeah, it was a whole shift when Ginger Spice wasn't there. And I was a Ginger Spice fan.
But also, it's just so weird to me that it sounds like she just dipped. And
yeah, she
they're
dipped.
just-
She was like, all right, guys,
See you later.
ya." And they were like, that's weird that she said that.
we don't.
Okay,
we're gonna be
goodbye
home for
to
a
you.
couple hours, and then we have another show tonight. And she just didn't show up.
And they're like,
Oh, I didn't know
Jerry's
that.
sick.
She's not feel well. Feel better,
better,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Like what? That blew my mind. That's the kind of shit. Honestly, if I was one of the other four members, that's the shit that pisses me off. It's not the fact that you're feeling like you want to get out, but you just dipping and
Like, why
not
didn't
saying
she
anything.
have a-
Like that's insane to me.
Yeah, and why would you want to leave? Like, if your dream is to be a pop star, if that's your dream, you are literally the biggest pop stars in the world. The Spice Girls were huge at that time.
Well, and obviously hindsight is 2020.
I wonder
But
if she regrets
they-
it.
They had, am I right that they only had their two albums?
Yes.
Okay. So they had their two albums. That was not that long of a time. They had really just like started to peak.
Yeah.
Think about Britney Spears. Like she had to keep this shit churning out records every
But I
every
would
couple
also
years.
say
and
that
it's
like she's in the time before social media, but like the highlight of like tabloids to where you know who the favorites are, and it's like
It wasn't-
she could probably
was she-
get.
No,
she was,
she
one of
was
the
Jade's
favorites, right?
favorite.
She was my favorite, but
Oh, I thought she was like one of the beloved.
I think,
beloved.
well, I think
There's only 5 of them.
everyone knows that Baby was like the one. She was like the Justin Timberlake.
She's the baby.
She's the baby.
She's Britain's baby.
But I think it was like before tabloids got really, really nasty. It was like, Bailey, you were probably like 2 years old. It's so crazy.
97. They were bad. They already killed Lady Di. Princess Di.
When did Princess Di die? Princess Di die. Wait, don't laugh. Princess
Has to have
Diana?
been-
Probably 95. I remember when
I
she...
feel like it was 90. I think
So much happened in
we were in the
1995.
Yellow House because I remember Mom watching the funeral on the TV in that back like living room area.
Yeah, I remember the funeral. And I also remember the Beanie Baby, purple with the white heart.
I just remember Mom watching the funeral and I didn't understand why we were watching a funeral on TV. I didn't really understand what was happening and Mom was like crying.
Yeah, it was really
And-
sad. Because the two little boys.
But I'm like, oh, like who is this? Do we know? Like,
Yeah, she's Princess
I'm
Di.
But like for me to wrap my little brain around, like this person doesn't even live here. Like we don't. It was just like
She's
a really
not even
weird.
an American.
Well, it's like we don't know her. She's not a family. Like it was really
No, I get
a
what you're
weird
saying.
concept for me to understand. Like how does everyone know this person? You know?
I did not have that experience. I also remember a lot of car chases, maybe because we lived in LA, but like there was always a car chase on every single afternoon.
Well, Princess Diana died August 31st, 1997. So I was
You were
two.
2. So I was like 8. So I knew. I was like, damn. I guess I need my commemorative Beanie Baby.
Yeah, Mom, this is going to spike up in price now that we have.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Or was that postmortem that they made them?
I think that's postmortem. And I think that they remember that a candle in the wind. Remember
Okay.
Elton John sang that song?
Sure.
I think I'm like borderline elder millennial. I think I'm like the youngest that you could be for an elder millennial.
Okay. Do you want to say welcome back?
Yes, but first I want to say this tequila smells so gross. It was the tequila, not that whatever mix you were
It was
using.
it's disgusting.
It made me afraid to smell the bourbon. I didn't smell it.
The bourbon smells really good.
It serves its purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't. Oh no, it scared me. Okay.
Are you mentally prepared?
I don't know.
How many sister stories do we have?
3 to 4.
Okay.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the 4th Brant sister.
I turned off my microphone so you guys didn't hear my spit in my mouth.
That's
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm feeling like my heart is racing out of my chest right now.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you nervous now that we're recording?
I'm so nervous. I don't know. I just cracked open this Celsius, but I'm like buzzed.
Oh my gosh, you're
On
crazy.
life.
Woman.
I'm literally high on life.
Wow, good for you.
Hell yeah. That
But
is
just to
great.
be clear, I'm still sober.
Good for you.
Great.
How many days? I started being sober January 3rd. And now it's February whatever.
19th?
Yeah. But I still feel amazing.
Good.
Still don't know how I'm going to go back to drinking because
You don't have to.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like we were just talking about it. And have you guys seen Bert Kreischer's like his little monologue about like why he loves drinking so much?
No.
It's really funny. He's like, I love the feel of when you're like with your friend and you're like, hey, do you want to have a drink? And then you both know you're not supposed to. And he's like, or when you walk into somebody's house and you have a bottle of wine, or you get on a plane and the flight attendant says, would you like a drink? And you say, you know what? Yeah, I'll take a double Jack on the rocks, extra rocks. And it's like, that is so true. It's like the dopamine hit before you like have your first drink.
Yeah.
And that's like the thing I miss.
You'll have it back. Today's your 47th day.
Oh, it is? How'd you do that math so quickly?
I said, how many days since January 3rd?
Nice.
And
Google
told
tells
me
you everything.
47? So how many days does it mean I have left?
If you're doing 75 days, 75 minus 47 is 33.
Did you do that in your head?
Was I right?
So I have a month left, a little over a month.
Nice.
And second of all, it's Bert Kreischer, not Bert Kreischner.
It's Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
You know who we need to get on
Chrysler.
this? You know who we need to get on this podcast?
Bert.
Bert Kreischner.
He's a girl dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he would like us?
Probably not, but
I
I
think
think probably tolerate us.
No, the thing about Bert is that whenever I see him on any interview, he gives his all to each interview.
He's so jovial.
He is very jovial.
What's jovial?
Like
Happy.
Oh yeah, like us.
Yeah.
Or we
Great.
should get his daughters.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Him and his daughters. That'd be fun. And we could do like little trivia with him and his
Or
daughters.
his wife.
Oh my God, his wife
is so funny.
Yeah. Wait, do you listen to their podcast?
I follow him on Instagram. I used to. I need to get back on it.
I love his podcast with Tom Segura. I like their friendship.
I just
Yeah.
see clips on clips on clips on TikTok.
Yeah. They're funny.
They're really good. Good for them. So
Good
two
for
bears, one cave.
Yeah, 2 bears, 1 cave, 3 sisters, 2
One
bears,
dad.
1 cave.
Great.
Our mom's womb was our cave.
It was a great cave, as far as I know. If any woman like knows how to give birth, it's mom.
I clearly didn't want to get out of there.
You were like holding on to the
clinging on for dear life.
like literally had the doctor
Plunging me
our
out.
mom almost like unalived.
It had a difficult birth with me.
Yeah, because you were like caught on her like rib, and then dad said that the doctor literally got up and put his foot up and was like trying to pull you out like that.
I'm pretty sure dad was
watching the Laker game the whole time.
Dad was probably also like, if we have to pick between the two of
No,
them.
dad literally said he was like, I was so scared. I was like thinking that I was gonna have to choose between my wife and the kid, and it's like I don't know this kid, but I do know my wife.
I know her.
But it's like kind of like, yeah, choose the wife.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, everything turned out fine.
Yeah, thank God.
Here I am.
You were a terrible looking baby though.
for a little while.
Horrifying.
And then I was really cute. I mean, I
was like a
went
few
through
weeks.
the traumatic entrance I had into this world was gonna fuck up my face.
You know
Yeah.
what? That makes so much sense that you had such a traumatic entrance into this earth and you were the most anxious little ball of nerves.
I am so fucking anxious. Like, I can just feel, depending on how anxious I am, I'm like, I'm developing a new zit. And I'll like feel around my face. I'm like, there it is. There it is.
And if it's not there, you're going to touch your face until it
Until it
becomes
is there.
there.
And I can just feel your little anxiety through the phone.
I know. I can.
It's
the other
scary.
thing is something about me. You'll probably, because I am anxious today. I get really red. Like my cheeks are extra red. My chest is extra red. Like there's no hiding when I'm anxious or
Yeah.
when I'm stressed.
And I just
And cheers to that, everybody.
Cheers to that. And I just slipped right out of mom's vagina.
And Bailey just walked out.
No, literally Bailey like opened the door and like nobody like even was waiting for it. She's like,
Yeah.
hello.
It's like, excuse me, I am here now.
Yeah, you at least like knocked and said like, "Hey, I'm ready when you
Oh,
are."
it's a little tight. And Bailey was like, whoosh,
And
slipping
Bailey said,
sliding.
Well, that
Here
guy
I
had
am.
both of his arms all the way up, mom trying to yank Paige out. So he really created a nice wide berth for me.
"Hi, mom, love you."
Mom's
Hi, Mom.
cervix has never been the same since. It's crazy.
I
Mom
was
didn't-
9 pounds.
That's huge. That's a big ass
Really
baby.
big.
Because Paige and I were tiny. We were like 6 and 7 pounds.
and then here I come, lurch.
Yeah.
That's probably why dad had that idea of me like stepping out of the whatever like car he thought I was going to race and it says lurch on the side. He's picturing my birth because
Yeah,
I
'cause
just
you just
stepped
stepped
out of mom's uterus.
With like sunglasses and you took them off and you're like,
With a
Chubby's here.
Sup.
With a
Sup,
cigarette.
Andy?
No, this is not a penis. This is an umbilical cord.
Yeah. Don't get
Sorry.
twisted.
Damn.
Sorry, you have 3 girls now.
Deal with it.
Sucks to be you. But mom, I just want to give mom a shout out for going unmedicated with her births.
All of them.
Yeah, that's like wild.
She's
Couldn't
crazy.
be me.
Could not be me.
But she's like, mom's kind of also like, maybe this would be annoying to some women because mom's like, oh, it's like not that bad.
She was like, well, think about like your worst period cramps. And I was like, I had really bad period cramps where I would barf. And it's like, I'm weak then. I don't know.
Weak.
I'm weak.
I'm
Well,
strong.
that's what mom said, and she's like, yeah, like we tend to have really bad period cramps, so childbirth isn't that bad. My period cramps, I want to be medicated for those sometimes. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to be medicated if I give birth.
Yeah. If
If
I mean, my days are numbered according to the internet.
Yeah, you're reaching
My-
geriatric. I was going to try to say the noun version. Whatever.
It's a geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah.
My feud with Gen Z. So if anyone's here from my TikTok, because now I'm at 115,000 followers, you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Hoping that could bring us some sisters because
Yeah.
like, what's the point if not? But Gen Z is still mad at me. And you know what? I just want to say, and I thought I would get your guys' opinion on this. A lot of them are using the word being 30. They're like, you're 30. You're just mad because you're 30.
well, I mean,
And
think
you're like,
about it.
baby, I'm balls deep into 30.
Bitch, I'm not just 30. I'm 34.
Well, but think about it. Whenever I was younger, college, right after college, I thought everything was going to be so different when I turned 30.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be super, super well established in my career. Like, I'm the director of whatever, the vice president, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be married. I thought I was going to have both of my kids. I thought 30 was like when you're like family life, I guess, start. I don't know.
Well,
I just,
you know whose fault that is? Mom, because she had me when she was 27.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
so, but then once you're living that life, you grow up, it's like, oh shit, things don't always happen the way you thought they would.
Yeah.
You
But I
know?
think it's also interesting because I used to use age as an insult too, like talking to my friends, like she's old, she's 25. And like now I just think that's so immature to use age as an insult because like you're lucky if you can age. Aging is like the biggest privilege.
Yeah.
And like, hello, 30, if, like it's coming for you.
Yeah, but they
They don't know that yet.
They will know that.
Yeah.
And that's just something you had to find out. They're going to find out. And it's okay. I don't think someone saying to me, oh, you're 31.
Fact.
I can't be that offended. It's like,
Yeah.
It doesn't slap
yes,
the way
correct.
they think it slaps.
I didn't use age as an insult, but I do, and I think I'm coming around, like, would use it as an excuse to where it's like, okay, well, one day I'm going to grow up and one day I'm going to, like, it's just going to, like, snap one day and I'm going to be like, okay, well, when I'm 30, I'm going to keep my room clean. Obviously not. Obviously not. Because guess
you
what?
had 2 years.
I have to look in the mirror. It's not me being the young age of 28 that is making me not clean my room.
Yeah, because 28, it's not that young.
It's me.
You're the problem.
I know.
You know what you should read?
Okay.
I think I've said this a million times. Oh, look at this defensive behavior.
Atomic Habits?
Yeah. You should.
Okay.
I like this is typical youngest child. I'm like, you know what you should do? And you're like, okay.
Anyway.
I'll put it on my list.
Put it on your list of things.
Thank
to
you.
do.
Hopefully Gen Z stops hating you soon.
No, please don't.
Okay.
Keep
well,
it up. It's
we
good
have a
for my
lot of Gen
engagement.
Z listeners.
I love Gen Z. Bailey's a Gen Z millennial.
I'm Gen Z-esque, you know.
Yeah, on the Zusp.
Yeah.
Great.
I love Gen Z, just for the record. If you're a Gen Z sister, I especially love you.
Good.
And if you have a sense of humor, then
Welcome.
you're right at home. Then you'll get it.
Then
So
you'll get
you're
it.
going on a date.
I'm going on a date today with the DM boy, the guy who slid into my
DM
DMs.
daddy.
I
think we should call
We're
him
gonna call
DM
him
daddy.
DD.
DMD. DM daddy.
I don't think we should call him DM daddy.
Okay, DM.
I don't know if he's.
We'll table it. We'll give him a name.
We'll give him a name depending on how.
Go on the date.
Yeah,
And we'll give him a nickname.
and then we'll give him a nickname.
if he gets to second date status, which is nickname status.
Yes. So, but that is a big deal. I'm going on this date
She's back on the horse.
after we record.
Is this what you're wearing?
This is what I'm gonna wear.
It's cute.
because we're going to Moon Tower, so super
What's
casual.
Moon Tower?
It's kind of like Armadillo Den. It's right next door.
Okay.
So it's that same type of vibe. So got my little sneakers on, some jeans.
She's got her date nails, if you can't tell.
Oh no, don't get me started. So what happened yesterday, my dip nails all started cracking on this hand. So they're all off. This is a gel that I did it myself and then matched. These are all still dip. I need to get them done tomorrow. I was going to go today, but I won't have time after we record before my date. So it's going to be a tomorrow thing. He won't notice. So
Let's hope.
Sorry for your loss.
yeah, but the other thing that I did this week that was life-changing, I had the best massage of my life at Viva Day Spa by Mario. Thank you, Mario. Mario. It was a 90-minute massage.
Ooh.
And here's the thing that I really appreciated about Mario. I don't know if you guys... Do you guys remember when I got hit in the back with a full beer can?
No.
I was
remember.
walking on West and someone probably just accidentally dropped their beer, unless they were aiming for me. I don't know. Someone's full beer can fell from the top floor of one of the bars and just hit me straight in the back. And it fucked up my back so hard. I was going to get massages every other week because and they said that it was probably this like scar tissue that it was so wild. This like huge ass knot. Anyways,
That like would only happen to you.
I know, but the thing that would piss me off, I'd go to get a massage specifically to work on this one area, and they would like, I know
Gentle?
they'd feel it, and they'd like work around it, and I'm like, no, like you feel that lump?
Well, maybe that's what they were taught in masseuse school.
Well, I don't know.
Masseusical.
Here's the thing. You got to work out those knots. And Mario would find the knot and work out the knot. And I appreciate that. He did not avoid it. This was not a relaxing pleasure. I said, you find a knot, work it.
Yeah.
You know?
Work it. I need a glass of
And
water.
he did. And I just could not recommend him anymore.
Do you guys feel this way? Like when somebody's talking about a massage, I'm just like, somebody touch my back. Like I need somebody to like work on my back.
Somebody touch me.
Yeah, it's like, don't you feel like the phantom? Or like, you know, when somebody's like massaging you or like goes to massage you and it's like so gentle and you're just like,
Just
get in
dig
there.
in there. He was, the thing is, I don't want to sound like a psycho. When it's your first masseuse, they're like, oh, what's your pressure level?
Hard.
as firm as you can go.
See, fuck me up,
so
Mario.
kind of like a deep tissue. Yep, as firm as you can go. I know we're here for 90 minutes. If you need a break, I totally understand. You can use your elbows. You can do whatever you need. You can make it relaxing for a little bit, but like majority, I want, a little elbow grease.
Do you ever feel like so bad for masseuses? Because like I am like, me and Mr. Roberts, we do like foot rubs, and my little hands get done after like 5 minutes.
I was wondering, I really wanted to ask, but I didn't because I didn't think it was appropriate.
How are your hands so strong, Mario?
No, just like, how are you able to have a partner or a group of friends
Stamina.
where they are not always like, hey, will you give me a massage?
Oh, Mario, my back.
If I had a masseuse in my close group of friends, I'd be like, hey, I'll pay you $50. Can
That's
you just
a
like,
little pick me.
No, I think that's
what
weird.
do you mean?
What?
How's that pick me?
Can you give me a massage?
Yeah,
If
I
your
think
friend's
if
a
you could-
masseuse,
but
like it's
picture
like
one
having
of
your
our-
friend doing your hair. It's like, I'll pay you to do my. It's like,
Oh, you mean like, it's not like I need my back cracked. Girls who are like,
no, it's
I want-
like, hey,
crack my back.
it's like instead of going to your spa and having to pay all these things, like I'll just pay you, straight. Like,
do you know what I mean about like girls who like want guys to crack their backs, and then
Yeah.
they like they're like, okay, put my arms like
Oh,
this.
hold on, let me cover my boobs.
Hold on, it's really hard to get my hands over these huge knockers.
But it's like, could you imagine if your boyfriend was a masseuse, you'd always want a massage.
Yeah,
That's all I was.
I was about to make a really dirty joke. Okay, what were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say?
I don't know,
No.
something like mouth massages. I don't know. Anyways,
What the?
Okay. No, I was gonna say, but if it was like a male friend that's a masseuse, you're not gonna ask them because it's like you're gonna be. I mean, I go completely naked and like whatever. It's like there's no world where it's like, okay, we're friends.
it's not like a hair stylist, and it's
Yeah,
not like
but-
a nail salon. It's not. It's different.
Well,
If it was a woman.
The thing is I don't know. I've never had a friend that's a masseuse.
I would not want my friend to massage me.
There's some things that you have to leave to the professionals.
Yeah. And like there's some things that like you just don't want your friends to do. Like also I was getting lasered, and I knew the girl, and I was like, you know what? Actually, I just realized I don't want you to see my vagina and my asshole.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's some things that you just want like an anonymity.
I get that.
Like a waxer. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, they get like right up in there.
Yeah, I don't think I would want one of my friends actually, but one of my friends did wax me, and that was
No, one of your friends came over and waxed you for like 2 hours. It was the longest
She was
bikini
practicing.
wax that I've ever seen in my entire
she
life.
was practicing, and I think she got better.
I hope to God.
Yeah, that
the
was-
way that
They were just practicing.
No, it was
getting
like
wax.
this was the longest bikini wax I'd ever seen. And Paige's friend came over and they like did it on our pool
On the
table.
pool table.
Sorry, Dad.
Like, welcome to having a house of like all girls. It's just like bare ass on the fucking pool table. And
We laid towels down.
I know, but like you guys were naked, and
Yeah.
it was like the girl, and she just was learning. So it's like I'm sure she's better now if she's
And
still
that's why
in that
she was
field.
like, I need to practice this. Can you guys be my guinea pigs? Sure, why not?
And
regretted.
she was
That
there forever. Like you want a bikini wax to be like
In and out.
10 minutes. Like I used to go to this place, Pretty Kitty. They have one here too. And it was like in and out less than 15 minutes, and it was perfect. And the girl, all she did was talk. So then you're just like, you don't have any time to be uncomfortable because she's just talking your ear off.
Yeah.
They must teach them that in training.
That would make me more uncomfortable.
Really? Because it's
Yeah.
just distracting you. She's like, what do you do for work? Oh, that's cool. Like I do this. And it takes your mind off.
Well,
of
that's
it.
how whenever I was getting laser, I would hold like the little stress balls above my head.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one part like right by your stomach.
Oh yeah, the
Like that
pubic
was the
bone.
part that would like
Sting.
and she would just keep talking, and then occasionally she'd ask me a question. I'd just be like,
Yes.
I'll answer in a minute. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I just want you to talk to me. You
Yeah.
talking to me makes me feel better.
Yeah.
If I have to respond, now I'm feeling the pain because I'm like, I have to breathe. I don't want to breathe.
You know who should be waxers? Stand-up comedians. They could just test their material out.
Right. But I also
I'm gonna turn
Get
the
me on
mic
ya?
off if you're gonna yell so
Ooh,
loud.
that felt so good.
God bless you.
Speaking of stand up, we went and saw stand up on Friday, and it was the worst stand up I've ever seen in my life.
What was their name? Say it here.
I
Don't waste your time, everyone.
I don't even know who it was, but like the guy got up, you know, like they're supposed to like warm up the crowd, and he was like literally staring into like everyone's eyes and being so awkward. I'm like, is this like funny for anyone else? It's not for me.
Maybe that's his shtick.
It wasn't good.
Also, speaking of stand up, remember when someone thought you did stand up?
Oh yeah.
Who?
One of our, I think, listeners, I never responded to because I didn't know how to respond to that. They DM'd me saying, "Hey, I saw you a long time at Creek and Cave. Are you still doing stand up?" I did not know how to respond because never in my life have I done stand up.
Why don't you just say, "Oh, that LOL, I have never done stand up, but that's funny. Do I have a doppelganger out there?"
I
Put
just
that one in your back pocket.
maybe I'll go back and find that person and finally say that. But I wonder who that person is and if they were funny.
Hopefully. Imagine if they were like, "I saw you at Creek and Crave.
sucked.
You suck."
I hope you've grown since then.
Yeah, your material's gotten better. Thank you.
Thank you. You
Thank
could be
you.
a stand-up comic. Like, you could tell the iPad joke.
You know,
Or like, I love the line of like, "Oh, where are you, babe? I'm in my room." I'm in your room.
the thing is, I feel like I'm pretty good at telling stories that have actually happened to me, but eventually when you're a comic, you're going to have to take a story that's not that funny and really elaborate, exaggerate, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not my specialty.
No, because you are literal Larry.
I'm literal Larry.
Yeah, you're just like Dad.
I know. Speaking of Dad, I just have to say,
What?
sorry, were you
No, I
gonna
was
say
going to say that you're literal, but you are a big exaggerator too.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd take
But
too
it's
much
like-
of a push to get you to embellish a story.
But the thing is, I embellish the story of what actually happened. I don't know how to explain it. I can't really just create a brand new story, which I feel like comedians have to do that.
I feel like I can do that.
you could do
Yeah.
that. No, but anyways, Dad last night, they went to a Mardi Gras party, Mom and Dad, and
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, and Dad was so
Wasted?
So he was so, Dad, I love you, but you were being so annoying because he called me. Apparently, years ago, Bailey and I made a comment to one of Mom and Dad's friends who was here during South by, and we said, "Oh, if us sisters had a band, we would name it blank."
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, we were both still in college when this happened, a really, really long time ago. Dad calls and he says, "What was that name? What was the name of the band?" I have how am I going to remember
and
that?
then here's the thing about Dad. He'll die on that hill.
And he kept saying, "You really don't remember?" She said it was a really good name. How many times have we all said random shit like, "Oh, if we were in a movie, it would be called this. If we had a TV show, it'd be like," we just talk to talk sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't keep it in my head. Whoa. Anyways, then Dad's saying that he meets this lady who was talking to Mom, saying that she listens to the podcast. Shout out,
lady.
and she has 3 daughters herself, 1 son, and she just loves listening to us, and the daughters really relate to us. And Dad, of course, makes a comment, "Well, I wish they didn't curse so much, and I wish they didn't say half the shit that they say."
Okay.
And that was my immediate reaction too. I'm like, okay. And the lady was like, "Oh no, I actually love it. Like, my daughters, that's how the times are. That's how things are.
Yeah.
So everyone really relates to them." And so we love this woman. She's a queen.
We love her. We don't know her, but we love her.
And then Dad, of course, makes
And
a
we
comment. He's like,
don't know
"I
her
just
name."
pray to God that my parents never find out that there's a podcast." And I'm like, "We get it, okay? You don't like that we cuss, fuck, you know?" But it's like, but we are who we are. Shit, you know what I mean? So it was just, and then Dad could not remember this lady's name. He's like, "Jackie, Becky," and I'm like, "Well, which one is it?" He's like, "I only said one name. I'm the one that's sober here." No, you didn't.
the thing about Dad is that he will get like hung up on a tiny little detail, and then it'll be so annoying. And it's like, can we move on from that like little detail?
But then he was like, "I'm just gonna go ask her." I was like, "I don't want to talk anymore. You just enjoy your party." He's like, "No, do you want to talk to her?" I have no, I don't. Thank you. Tell her thank you for listening, but I don't want. He's like, "You know what this taught me though is People actually like your podcast.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks for finally coming around, Dad.
Fuck, Dad.
Shit, Dad.
Fuck, shit, damn, help.
Dad, we do love you.
We could say worse words.
We fucking love you.
Like, think about all the other words that we don't say that we could say.
We almost never say the C word.
Such as,
See, you know, she knew exactly what I was.
I know.
We could say Pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy. Pussy. And really, like, why can't we say that word?
We
We
can.
can.
All those words.
I do say that word.
And we don't
just
say
not
like
here.
we don't say like a lot of words that like pertain to like body parts. Like we're not like dick, cock, balls. We just did.
You just
That'll
did.
just be a good sound clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my new text. Little ding. Dick cock balls.
Jade
Text him.
texted me.
Text from dick, cock, balls.
Bailey, what's up with you this week?
Thank you so much for asking. I just went to a baby's birthday party and it was so good.
Thrilling.
It was thrilling.
Was it?
Yeah. Because she's 1 year old now. And I'm a baby too.
Yeah, we know.
You want it farther?
We just want to hear you.
Well, you're just like this. So
Okay, tell us the story.
No, there's nothing to say. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
that I went to a baby's birthday
Did you guys
party.
get crunk?
I did.
Did
I
Sticks
got-
come?
No, because he was supposed to be out of town. And then I went on Friday because I helped set up. So then the party was on Saturday. I got
Got
more
it.
drunk on Friday, hungover. It was okay. I had a late morning beer. Everything was fine. I was in charge of making the rice and I burnt it. But
Yikes, the one thing they asked you to do and you did it.
I mean, they asked me to do a lot of things that I happily did. And one of the things, most of the things I did excellently.
Excellently.
Such
That's
as
exciting.
the balloon arch, etc. But the rice,
you
still served it.
embroidered a whole ass sweater.
It was really good. I also was commissioned another project. They were like, oh, well, I hear that you embroider things. Could you embroider this blanket? And I was like, oh, sure. And she was like, oh, here's the blanket. Take it home with you. I would like it in March. So
It's
Good luck.
place your orders.
March is like
to
what, next
me.
week?
Yeah, March is
Well,
coming.
she was like, I would like it by March 24th. And I said, I'm going to pretend like you just said March 14th. And she said, I need it by March 11th. So that's the goal.
Nice. Your dogs are so loud.
I know. But
So
they're being
beautiful.
so good and they're cuddling.
That is very sweet. Well, that's exciting, Bailey.
I know.
Good
and
job.
regretfully, I let my friend cut my hair.
It's pretty short.
It's really short. It was a
It's-
mistake.
It's pretty short by your hair standards. It's
It's
not
like half my hair.
Why
Yeah.
did you let her do that?
Because she said, oh, your hair is too long. And I said, I agree.
It is.
And she was like, I was like, well, it might have been my idea. Pretty much it was like, you should cut your hair. And I said, bet. And then she,
the thing
That was the
is-
most Gen Z thing I've ever heard you
But
say.
this friend is
Yeah.
a nurse. She's not a hairstylist, you know?
oh, I mean, clearly.
Nice.
But we'll fix it. It's fine. It's still here. But
Yeah, you still have a ton of hair. Oh my God.
it's still almost too much. But
It's
I
still like
also am
It's
panicked.
giving you know, what's the word?
Hippie?
No, it's giving what are the people that live Amish?
It's giving.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It's giving Amish, and then they like take you outside and they just like hack your hair off with an axe.
That's practically what happened.
Well, and the thing that I was reminding Bailey, because she put it down, I can see the front is a lot longer than the back. So they're kind of like, you know, those bobs. That you, like, but it's like a long bob.
John and Kate +8.
Yes. So they're going to have to cut the front. So it's going to look shorter because they usually like taper, you know,
Yeah.
front down. So it's good that she didn't cut off more than she did because your hair is still really long. It's just
Yeah.
going to feel so much shorter because your hair was like past your ass.
Yeah, and that's
I mean, it
too
already
long.
feels really short, and I'm scared. But it also sparked us to watch one of the greatest movies of all time because she put my hair in like little hair ties to cut it off to where it wasn't a big thing,
Parent Trap.
like big mess. that was something I said too. But since, first of all, she wanted to cut like 6 inches. And I was like, okay, relax. So she
It's
did
like, honey,
4.
just a reminder, you're still not a hairstylist.
And I was like, we need a margin of error here. Like, you're
Yeah,
going
like
to cut
go
this.
shorter.
I'm going to have to get my hair done by a real person,
And she's
a professional.
The professional's going to have to cut off another 2 to 3 inches.
They're only tool. No.
Yeah.
No. How?
Can we?
Anyway, the movie we ended up watching, because I picked it up and I had my little
What
ponytail
was
in my
it?
hand. You think you're so cool because you can pee with your penis. But get a new hair, you get a new conditioner because your ends are totally split.
What's that, Jade?
I have no idea.
Boys are cheats and liars. They're such a big disgrace. They will tell you anything to get to second baseball. You don't know?
My little foot is like tapping along. I'm like,
This is fun. This is a new song.
wait, is that She's the Man?
No. Close, though.
Wait, you let him go all the way. Then you are horticulturist, study flowers. Geologist studies rocks. All a guy really wants is a place to put his cockroaches, beetles, butterflies.
You
and
don't
bugs.
know. Wait, is it the Rob Schneider movie? It's like, Jessica.
It's me. I'm in here.
What is that movie called?
Hot chick.
Hot Chick.
That's
So
That's
good.
honestly one of Bailey and I's favorite movies.
I'm not
Mine
like,
and Katie's too.
I don't know if I just have like a very like elevated sense of humor, but like those movies don't
Rachel
really
McAdams,
tickle my pickle.
Matthew Lawrence, Anna Faris.
Wait, Matthew Lawrence?
Yes.
Wait, can we please talk about Cheryl Burke real quick and Matthew Lawrence?
Sure.
Loser vibes.
I mean,
Like, I saw her on TikTok and she was like going off about something, and I was like, wait, who is Cheryl Burke dating like forever? And I Googled it and it was like Matthew Lawrence, and I was like,
who's he dating now though? Where all that came out?
was it like Zoe Kravitz? No, there's no way.
but it's like
Google who Matthew Lawrence. It's somebody that's like kind of like maybe a little bit more star power than Cheryl Burke, I think. But like, what is Matthew Lawrence doing? Like, I don't understand.
him and
how
his brothers started a podcast.
We need to actually justice for Matthew Lawrence. Matthew Lawrence needs to come on our podcast. We
Remember the Brothers Lawrence, the TV show?
Wait, I loved the Lawrence brothers.
I
No,
know.
it was Brotherly Love.
Oh, I said Brothers Lawrence.
Yeah.
Brotherly Love. Yeah,
But it
yeah,
was
yeah.
like they really kind of rocked the 90s.
They really did. And Matthew Lawrence was in Boy Meets World as well.
Yeah.
So I was a huge Boy Meets World fan.
Yeah.
And then he went on to do some movies like The Hot Chick that I really liked.
But like, what's he doing now besides a podcast? With the older brother? I am such the older brother.
Is his name Andy or is that the younger one?
Joey.
Joey
Joey
because
Lawrence.
Melissa and Joey.
Yes.
Melissa Joan Hart and
Yes,
Joey.
Joey Lawrence. Joey Lawrence was like a little heartthrob in the 90s.
And then so was Matthew.
Yeah.
What happened? Because the little brother was in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Is his name Andy?
He's literally the
Is anyone's name Andy?
maybe I don't know. Bailey's the one with the fucking phone.
She has a phone in her
I have a
hand.
fucking phone.
I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, I bet I can figure this out a lot quicker.
I know.
Okay. He dated Chili from
Chili.
That's who it is right now.
Yeah, Chili. And Chili's a babe and a half. I'm sorry. Like, if you're putting out, no offense to
It is Andy. He's Andrew
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Andrew Lawrence.
Yeah. What like great names? Joey, Matthew, and Andy. I'm literally just trying to like
What I wanna-
butter them up so they'll come on our podcast.
What I want to know, who do you think? I wonder if this will tell me. Who do you think has the highest net worth?
Probably Joey. He
Let's
seems
see.
like he would. But maybe Andy's like a sneak attack like NFT guy that like has like owns Chat GPT or like some
Okay,
tech.
so Joey Lawrence net worth 250,000.
Yikes. Okay. That seems attainable.
Matthew Lawrence net worth 2 million.
Ooh, stunning.
And
I
then
think Joey Lawrence is worth more than that.
but his brothers have worked more than
Joey?
Yes.
Joey was the star of all the stars. He was
But
with Melissa
but
Joan
he was
Hart.
the oldest one. The other ones got in younger because they all started at the same time.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive they started like at the same time. So the younger brothers, hold on, Andrew Lawrence.
Are these the brothers we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. What do you
Bailey
mean?
probably doesn't even remember when
I don't know.
TGIF came out. Bailey was probably like a fetus.
Andy is 1 million. So the middle child.
But
Shout out.
those things are never accurate.
I know.
But like maybe it'll give us a gauge. And they're really shading Joey with like 250,000. You're right.
I mean, maybe. Also, maybe he had some bad investment deals. We don't know.
Yeah, and maybe like Andy Lawrence bought like he bought Facebook stock or something.
Maybe. Bailey, you have no idea who these people are.
I've never seen this younger person.
What? Have you never seen Brotherly Love?
No.
Okay, should we maybe think about doing some sister stories?
Yes. We
Absolutely.
should think about that.
Baseball, get to second baseball.
No. That's not.
We get to
I
second
just-
baseball.
I just have to tell Bailey a couple of things.
Wait,
About
what
what?
movie? I wish I had my phone. I feel so
I
left
know,
out.
I
Can you
know.
look up the story so we can get the ball rolling?
Have it open right now.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Okay.
Someone's got to move this fuck along.
Okay.
Fuck a lot. Oh my God.
All right, let's go.
You were saying that you had like such a higher,
Elevated.
yeah, an elevated taste in your comedy, which is what the other people thought last night when we put on the hot chick, and it probably
slaps.
doesn't hold up. If it's your first time watching it, it's like, oh wait, we were like allowed to make jokes like this, and it's like back then, I don't know if we were allowed, but like they were. And
No,
right-
we were
and-
allowed.
A lot of people don't know this, but you can put your weed in there.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's in there with this weird accent. It doesn't make any sense.
You know what somebody just did right
I'm
now?
sorry.
Was I could hear them gulping, and I think
Oh,
it
is
was
that
you.
me?
Yeah, and that
That's
really
what-
that sent a shiver down my spine. Can you not? That makes me want to like go enrage
Postal.
on you. Yes, there is something about hearing you guys and your mouth noises. Like Bailey was chewing a chip before we were like getting ready to perform, and I was perform.
my God. Talk about having the most elevated sense of self. We're about to perform and Bailey's here chewing on her chips.
But you know what? The reason I know Jade actually thinks that we are performing right now is because she said, I'm so nervous. She gets confused.
All right, guys, now it's time for some sister stories featuring the left girl, Bailey Brandt.
Okay, this one I titled Sister Stripper.
Jesus.
I titled all these. Hi, sisters. I found the podcast via TikTok last year and immediately binged all episodes.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for the laughs. I'm writing in.
Jesus.
They're sleepy dogs.
I'm writing in because I need some advice for my own sister. She's 24 and has been dating the best guy for about 2.5 years. Seriously, he's great. We'll see. She's a bridesmaid in her college roommate's wedding and will be going to a bachelorette party next month. They're planning to get a stripper on the bachelorette. When my sister mentioned this to her boyfriend, he told her this was a boundary for him and it made him extremely uncomfortable to imagine her in this setting. She told him she obviously wouldn't be doing anything inappropriate and she doesn't love the idea either, but it's not uncommon at bachelor or bachelorette parties. Her boyfriend said he would be very upset if she's in the room. My sister said she understood, and even though she didn't agree, she would step out of the room because she respects the relationship. She respects her boyfriend and doesn't want to upset him, but she's also worried that her friends on the trip will think her boyfriend is controlling. How would you explain this to your friends? Do you think he's being controlling, or is a boundary a boundary? How would y'all handle the situation?
I have thoughts, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
I think that she is totally in the right to have that boundary in her relationship. I think if he's uncomfortable, then you should respect that, because if it was the other way around and it was like, oh, well, we're just going to do it anyways, like, I think that's completely fucked.
I think that the whole idea of strippers is also like such a bigger deal when you're younger, and then it might or might not be as big of a deal when you get older. But the fact that the boyfriend communicated with the girlfriend beforehand, but first of all, the fact that she communicated with the boyfriend to let him know, and then he expressed his concern, his boundaries. I think that is super important that they're
And
able
healthy.
and super healthy that they're able to talk to each other, and that should be respected.
Yeah.
Because then when his friend gets married, you know, if they go have a bachelor party and if the same thing happens and if she's uncomfortable, then they can have the same conversation and he can also leave the room or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. And that's like the whole point of a relationship is respecting each other and your boundaries. And I don't think that's controlling at all. I think also, why do you need strippers at a bachelor or bachelorette party? Like, I personally don't think it's that big of a deal, but like, I like get uncomfortable around it. I really don't like it. It's like an icky feeling. Like I trust my partner who I'm with right now that like, I know he doesn't like it, but like B, I just know he wouldn't cross a boundary. But like, it's just kind of like, and this is no hate to sex workers at all, but like it just is not the vibe I want around me.
Yeah. I would say the other thing that the friends would probably bring up would be like, okay, so now you're harshing our gig. Like we all thought this was fun and now you have to like make a show of getting up and leaving.
But she doesn't have to make a show of it. Like she doesn't have to make a show of it.
And why should she, like, if her partner is her partner and they have this like respectful boundary, she understands the boundary. It doesn't sound like she's fighting the boundary at all. Like,
no, she does. She's not even into it.
But I can see how some girls would be like, oh my God, like that's so lame. That's whatever. And then that just shows that your friends don't have mature relationships.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so unfortunately, I think that your sister just needs to be really strong in her relationship. It doesn't sound like anything.
And her values.
And her values. It doesn't sound like anything. It would be so different if he was just a very jealous person. Like, you're mine. Like, I don't want what. Like, it doesn't sound like that. It does not sound like that at all. And I think your sister just needs to tell the friends, totally don't mind if you guys do this, but when this activity is happening, like, I'm going to go in the other room and do something else.
Scroll TikTok for an hour.
Yeah. Or get like the one friend that you know, like, it's like, where did Paige go? Oh,
nobody's going to say that when the stripper is out.
I mean, depends on the stripper.
I mean, but if they do, then like, that's their problem. It's not yours. And there needs to be one, exactly like you said, one person that's like, oh, she's in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it's
I
like,
was saying.
Yeah. But like, literally just go put on an episode of Your Poor Dad. They're 45 minutes to an hour, and then the stripper should be gone by then.
Yeah.
And then also steal everyone else's phones because they probably can't have their phones there, and then subscribe to our podcast while the stripper is happening.
Yeah. And if the friends give your sister shit, they're not very good friends.
Yeah.
And she just needs to stand her ground because it sounds like the relationship she has with her boyfriend is better than with the friends if they're going to give her shit.
Yeah. And also, like, if you're going to cry because there's a stripper around, like, that's totally fine because some of us, like, just don't want to be around strippers sometimes.
Yeah, that's a perfectly natural
male
reaction.
strippers. And also male strippers, there's something different about a male stripper. Like,
and just letting you know, they probably think that they're getting the hottest people from the website. And I can promise you, all of them are going to be booked that day.
And we're saying this because I got strippers at my bachelorette party and I cried because I just didn't want to be around them.
Well, and by you got them, we got them for you.
Them.
Yeah.
You were the recipient of the.
Yeah. But anyways, that was a really good one. I like that.
That was a good one.
And it sounds like good luck in your like respectful relationship.
Yeah. You're
Good
probably
luck
next
with your respectful relationship.
No, you're probably next towards the altar.
Yeah. You're next.
You're next.
Okay, this one is an update from do you remember Marty?
Yes. Marty.
Well,
wait.
For those of you who don't know, Marty was, our listener wrote in, her sister was married to Marty and she worked with her brother-in-law Marty, and it was like at an athletic store and he was like texting the volleyball
team,
the high school volleyball team, the students, and then he got a new job an hour and a half away.
Marty's
so he had
a creep,
to leave at 2 o'clock
yeah.
in the morning, and then they found his whole double life.
Marty created a mess.
He had another credit card, but all the same passwords. Anyway, so it was very easy to crack that code. It's password 123.
It was Marty's mess 123.
Okay. Hello, Brant sisters.
Hello.
I have a little update on Mr. Marty Mess that I thought I'd share. While I didn't realize the TikToks of the Marty story would go a little viral, I had to tell my sisters in case they ran into the TikTok while on their For You page. I first told my sister that wasn't involved with Marty that I may have written into a podcast about Marty and our sister's messy divorce. I let her decide if we were going to tell our other sister about what I wrote in. And, sisters working together to tell the obnoxious bull about something that may make her a little bit upset.
We know, honey.
Fair.
So they told her, and it went over better than she expected.
Nice.
So with that being said, I shall provide a little update on Marty.
Hell yeah.
My husband and I were shopping at our local Menards, and my husband spotted Marty before I did. Mind you, I hadn't seen Marty since the messy divorce, where I did get a brief chance to call him a few names and make a little peace with myself and what he put my sister through. But who I hadn't seen in person was his mistress. Through some Facebook stalking, I found out what she looked like, and when I finally spotted them together, I saw red. My husband knew I finally spotted them and grabbed my arm and told me to keep cool.
Oh my God. You sound like me.
Parentheses, big Paige energy was happening.
Oh my God.
I was ready to throw some bows.
Paige would throw down.
And my husband would be like, hey.
Okay, we're gonna keep
Like, come on.
Anyone that knows Paige and would be in that situation, like they would like grab her before they even like registered.
They like put the restraining coat on me before.
I had to change it to it could be bigger. It was Christmas time, and Marty and the mistress were picking out a tree, and what more of a perfect time than this to ruin the moment. I acted like I was walking over to check out some Christmas things, and I rounded the corner to where they were pushing their cart, and I said, "Oh, hey Marty." Ooh. And he was really trying to exit the conversation, but with nowhere to go with both our carts at the end of the aisle. I finally had her attention. I said, "Oh, this must be your mistress you cheated on my sister with at work." You look kind of young, but that's what he's into.
Oh my God.
Hey.
You look kind of young, but I thought he liked volleyball players.
Yeah. Do you play volleyball by any chance? For context, Marty had just turned 40 in January, and she's 18, or sorry, she's 28, but looks 21.
Oh my God, Bailey, that was so different.
She's 28. I turned around and walked away, both of them staring at me, dumbfounded. I've never felt more at peace knowing every time they look at their Christmas tree, they think of that confrontation.
Hell
nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a good sister right there.
Honestly, I
and that's
no
good
notes.
because you
That's
always want to have that confrontation. And we've gotten other emails where it's like people getting like revenge and they do something that's like a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
This was just like,
No, this was good. It was appropriate.
hi. And all she did was she spoke a couple facts. Facts are facts.
wanted to get in a dig. It's
And
good.
Marty deserves it because he is a prevert.
Pedophile.
He's scary.
And like, if you're 28 and you're dating a 40-year-old, like, make it worth it. Like, don't go for
Don't go for
Marty's.
Marty.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like a crazy age difference, but like
It's 12 years. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
You're in two completely different places, which reminds me, Leonardo DiCaprio is dating a 19-year-old.
okay.
I'm sorry. When are we going to be like, okay, that's fucking weird. Like, it's not empowering. It's not like, oh, the girl's like 19 to what? Is he 50?
Probably.
Yeah.
In his late 40s? That's
Probably like
disgusting.
48.
What does Taylor Swift say about the girls stay the same age
older,
or whatever?
but your lovers stay my age. 19.
Yeah.
Like, he was dating Giselle Bundchen when she was 19, and then, or I don't know how old she was, probably like early 20s. And then now, like, he's stayed in that.
Remember the old interview resurfaced that Misha Barton was told, oh, you should hook up with him
Yeah.
when she was 19 and he was only 30. And at that time, she was like, that was a big age difference for her at that moment in her
Practically
life.
twice her age.
And he was only 30.
Yeah.
So it's still 19, but he continues to get older.
I remember when I was like a senior in high school thinking like some of the girls were hanging out with like guys who were in college, and that was like a big age gap for me. Because you're in two completely different, like, I'm going to school every day where people like haven't even gotten their periods yet, and like you are like an adult about to enter the workforce.
Yeah. Well, it's also different when it's not just about like how you met someone. It's like there's a reason
Yeah.
they want like younger women,
Yep.
like George Clooney, but then he ended up marrying the like very cool, very normal, powerful, smart. And it's like, okay, he always dates these like young models, and then he like marries this like brilliant bombshell, where it's like, oh, he wanted like a connection with someone that he like loves and respects and has like mutual whatever, any kind of connection with on any level other than
sex.
Yeah,
it's like
or I can
people
manipulate
like
you.
Marty have like they're missing something in their brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck. I think you did great.
Yeah. Thank you for the update.
If anyone else has an update,
Update. Doobity-dop-bop. But to finish her sentence, yeah, if anyone else has an update, write in to follow up.
Okay. This one is my favorite one. That's why I put it at last or second to last. And I titled this one, I incest we read this email.
Oh my God.
you what?
I incest we read this email.
Incest. Oh,
Because remember we asked for like brother
incest is
sister
best.
stuff?
I got it.
Hey.
Did you want me to give more of a reaction to that? That's a good title.
Thank you.
What I didn't want was your reaction of what you said.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo that.
Okay.
No, we already did it.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
incest is best.
No, I incest we
Why
read
do you
this
keep
email.
saying it? Jesus Christ.
I get it because it's like she's alluding to that the email is going to have some incest in it, and then also incest is a play on the word insist.
Yeah.
I got it.
And by she, it's me because I wrote that title.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay, go on.
Hey, my poor dad crew.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm going to use throwaway names for this story, and you guys can just pick a name for me as well. So, on 3, try to
Martha.
say the name. Oh, Martha.
Martha?
Martha Washington.
Martha Fokker. All right. I dated a guy for 3 years who had an extremely close relationship with his older sister. I'll call them Anne, 28, and Alex, 26.
Oh, I already have chills. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Also, it's like she chose 2 names that start with A, so like they probably had a family that
It's
had
probably
like
like-
all their names start with the same letter or something. You know, like
Yeah.
you guys, your siblings, you love each
Mary
other.
and Mikey.
We're a close knit family. Anyway, from the start of our relationship, his sister made it very clear that she did not like me, often saying things like, "You stole Alex from me," and "You're never going to take my place in his life."
Oh my God.
For a while, I thought she was just overprotective, but later realized there was more to it. They had both moved home during the pandemic, Alex for medical school and Anne for other reasons.
Wait, I'm scared.
They would play doctor. Just kidding. I'm not reading
Oh
that.
my God.
I just said that. And for other reasons, and would come into each other's room each night to hug each other before bed
No.
and give a kiss on the cheek.
Stop.
She would be extremely explicit in describing her sex life to us, including her preferences in porn.
Ew.
I have 2 younger brothers and would never share this information with them.
I have 2 younger
Fucking duh.
sisters, and I would never share that information with them.
It's like the most someone needs to know is like, yeah, we hooked up.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, this weird thing happened. Has that weird thing ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
He would invite her to our date nights where I always felt like a third wheel and would mostly sit quietly while they laughed and sat closely.
Ew.
At one point, he helped her pick out lingerie and he made a comment about how hot she looked in the set she got.
Oh my God.
When he cut his hair, she leaned over and ran both hands through his hair and commented on how sexy he looked.
What?
When I voiced my concerns about their relationship, he told me I was crazy and sick. We all agree this is sick.
It is
You're
sick.
not the sick one.
That's a gross thing to think.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe I'm seeing this go down in front of my eyes.
Ultimately, he cheated on me with a girl that looks similar to his sister, and in all the fallout, confided in me that he sometimes watches brother-sister porn,
Stop.
but insists that he does not have a thing for a sister, but insists that he does not have a thing for a sister. Parentheses, LOL, sure. We've not spoken since, and I'm too disgusted to ever date a man again. I still live in the same town as a sister and feel sick when I see her around. Moral of the story, if the relationship seems weird, it probably is. Sincerely disgusted.
No, you should be disgusted. And also when you say, I hope, like, I'm too grossed out to ever date a man again, I hope you, like, at least they're dating somebody. Don't let, like, this freaking prevert
Because also, not
ruin it.
everybody
Don't date
has
a brother again.
No, because don't even give brothers a bad name. Because we're gonna go back to BB and his sisters. He has so many sisters, and they don't have a weird relationship. Like, it is a very normal thing to have siblings not have weird relationships.
Yeah.
Like, you should not be afraid to date another brother, because as long as it's not yours. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that should not be the thing in your head.
Yeah,
Like,
don't let
don't let this creepy freaky family.
Don't let Alex and Anne ruin your view on siblings, but I can see how it would.
It's one of those things where it, like, kind of opens your eyes to a possibility that should not have ever been on the table.
Yeah. I historically I always date guys who have, like, an older sister and they're the youngest, and I've never ran into this.
See,
But
because
it would
that's
be
not the
because
norm.
it's not normal to be that close with your sibling. Like, even us, like, we're not that close where we're like, okay, come on, let's go to bed, good night, hug, kiss on the cheek. Like, if you hugged me before bed, I'd be like, what's going on?
I can't tell you. We maybe hugged on my birthday when I was singing or something. Like, we don't we don't hug each other.
Like, that is weird. We really don't hug.
I think that there's no need. Like, it wouldn't be weird to hug.
It wouldn't be weird to hug if we, like, the first time we, like, saw each other for the day.
Yeah.
Like,
When we first wake up in the morning.
Yeah, but it's like, if Bailey and I hugged each other every time we went to bed, like, that would be so weird.
Even, like, I guess, like, you do, like, we would send each other's pictures, like, okay, is this, like, lingerie cute or not? But, like,
That's also
it's so different because we're all girls.
Yeah.
And, like, why don't you have a girlfriend that you can send that picture to? Like, why do you want your brother seeing you in that?
You want your brother to say that you're hot. And that's what's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like
That's what's so weird to me.
she wasn't the one wanting her brother to bring his friends around so she could touch the friend's boners. She wanted to touch her brother's boner.
Ew.
I was talking to my friends at the bar the other weekend that have brother-sister relationships, because one of my friends was like, oh my God, this is the first time I've seen my brother either get hit on or hit on a girl or something like that. She was like, this is so weird for me. And I'm like, I've never had a brother, but what I would think is, like, I am happy for my brother, you know, hooking up, but, like, I don't need the details, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if my brother and his wife have a baby, obviously I know they have sex, right? But, like, I don't need to know, we did it like this last night. Like, you know, like, I don't need to know that. I love that. If I had a brother, I would want him to find love and to be happy in everything, but I don't need to know the intimate details.
And also, like, great if, like, create a comfortable space if someone does need to, like, talk to you about something.
Yeah.
Like, this weird thing happened, whatever. Like, hey, I know this may be weird, but, like, could I get a woman's opinion on this?
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's cool.
But it's not like, hey, brother, will you come with me to buy
So
some
there
lingerie?
I was last night, bent over. And then I put on that lingerie that you liked.
And then he goes home and then he looks up in his Pornhub search, brother, sister, corn.
Ew.
That's the cycle. There's some traumatic shit
don't-
going on there.
I don't like
I don't
it.
like it. You were so lucky you got out.
I would be intrigued to know what, like, well, like, was it always like how their parents were? Like, you have to get up and, like, go say goodnight. Like, I didn't know if that was supposed to be like a family bonding, like,
Or they just, like,
say goodnight.
wanted to.
They're like, okay, go to
They
bed.
did that themselves.
And they're like, no, we need to give each other a kiss. They're like, no, you don't. Just go to
No,
bed.
they're like, we're trying to separate
And
you.
then they're like screaming and
You
crying.
guys are a little too.
No, not until I give Chloe a kiss.
Ugh. Oh my God.
Do we have any more?
I have one more.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I have one more. And I'll read it right now.
Nice.
Any second now.
Any second.
Okay. Hi, Brant sisters.
Hi.
First of all, happy belated birthday to Paige.
Thank you very much.
Your bejeweled cake looked amazing, and I hope it was a great day.
Thank you. My mom and her friend will be very happy to hear that. And it was a great day.
Hearing of Paige's recent relationship developments right before her B-Day reminded me of something that happened to me a few months ago, and I just wanted to get your opinions on it.
Oh,
Okay.
I love this. I love giving my opinion.
So I met a guy on a dating app at the beginning of June, and at the beginning of July, I asked where the relationship was headed. He said that he had been thinking about it too, and to give him a couple of days to think about it. I thought, fair enough, and I'm not here to just rush into anything. Well, 3 weeks went by, and it never came up again, and we were still seeing each other regularly, and it honestly already felt like a relationship. I didn't want to push it, especially because I was having fun with him regardless of the label. Well, my birthday is at the end of July, landing on a Tuesday. We still had no label by the time my birthday rolled around, and he insisted he'd take me out to dinner the night of my birthday. Super nice. I had plans to go out with my friends who were dying to meet him for drinks and dancing the following Saturday to celebrate properly, and I invited him along. To which he had no hesitation saying yes to, and the night went great. My friends approved, parentheses, at the time, LOL, and it was a lot of fun. Well, 3 days later, he dumped me. He said he'd been wanting to end things for a couple of weeks, but he just didn't want to ruin my birthday.
Yikes.
Though I appreciate the gesture, I am an adult, and as long as it wouldn't have happened on my birthday, it would have been fair game. I just really wish he hadn't met my friends more than anything if he had already been thinking of ending things. What do you guys think? Is breaking up before or after someone's birthday better? There's no good time, but I feel like my man's def had plenty of time to avoid my birthday.
Yes.
I agree because it sucked that I'm like, of course, baby broke things off like the week of my birthday. But especially if he lived here, I would be so mad if I introduced this person to all of my friends because we've been dating for weeks now and I really like him. He seems to really like me. And so I'm, introducing him to my friends. And then 3 days later, he breaks up with me. It's like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. And it's like, I like that she acknowledged that I'm an adult, it's gonna be fine.
And it's always sucks getting broken up with, whether it's around your birthday or not, know? But it's like, what sucks is that your birthday, you're so excited for it and all of your friends are wanting to make you feel special. And so you bring this person who you think has been good to you these past few weeks, whatever. And then just have to turn back to your friends and be like,
and we just broke up.
And
you
we
just
broke
met
up.
him.
That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
He
I
was
think it'd
shitty.
be better to break up before.
I agree.
Because then you hit this milestone of oh, we celebrated our birthdays together or our birthday together, whatever. And then you think it's special and you're moving up into a different level and then you get dumped.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and as far as the friends go, it's oh, I've been seeing this guy, Tiger. He's really great. And it's if they don't meet him, it's okay, cool. How are things going with Tiger? Oh, no, didn't pan out. But if he goes out with you guys, you have a great time. They're oh, cool. Tiger seems really cool. Let's see. I'm going to check in with you, whatever. It's very selfish of him to think that I'm so important that I'm going to ruin her night when she was still going to go out with her friends.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On to better things.
On to the next. On to the next. On to the next. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for a beautiful show.
Thank you.
By the way, this Mr. Roberts, he gave us a little tip. He's you should ask the sisters to help you guys out by reviewing your podcast and say hey, we work for you. Help, because he listens to a podcast, and I thought that was kind of cute. So
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
We are here for them.
We're here for them. So we're giving them free content. So all we ask is that they give us a review in return.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the first time you said that did not make sense.
Okay.
But that's a good idea.
Take two.
Okay.
No,
anyways.
yeah,
Hey guys, thank you for listening. We work really hard to put on this show for you guys. no cost to you. And in return, we would love and appreciate if you could please leave a review, like and follow, subscribe,
Wow.
comment on some stuff.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends more
steal their
importantly.
phones.
Also, yeah, steal their phones.
Yeah.
And also, if you guys can like tag us on Tingz's post from when she's coming to South by Southwest, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Anything else?
Email us at yourpoordad@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, send in your advice and get if you want us to talk about strippers, opinions, anything you want. Everyone's got assholes and opinions, so might as well write into us.
Everyone's got them. Yeah, and maybe we'll read some of the reviews on air, live on air.
Let's do it.
I love literature.
I really got to pee.
Okay. And on that note, goodbye.
Bye.